correct. Why am I not being audible?
I don't know,
Correct.
but
Echo. Why am I not being audible?
uh-oh. I don't know,
Correct.
but
Oh no! Why am I not being audible? Oh wait,
uh-oh.
nope.
I don't know, but
Oh no! Why am I not being?
let me figure out what's going on. I'm echoing bad.
Oh no!
Kick. Let me figure out.
How's this? Nope. Unplug.
Kick was being stupid. It doesn't seem to save my mute settings.
Okay, now I gotta go back over to here. Go to here.
All right. We'll be here in a moment, Laggin Out Legion.
Okay. That's set. Why is OBS not picking up my audio?
Uh-oh.
It was the right settings and my fault when I was panicking and trying to fix it.
That could be.
So,
all right, I am flipping on the screen. All right.
okay.
Greetings,
So,
Laggin Out Legion. I am Hiro, and I am here tonight with the one and only Mariner. And we are here for another. Sorry. We are here for another stream of consciousness. We are continuing with Breath of the Wild. It would appear that we have
Breath of the Wild.
I'm sorry,
Breath. Did I miss the meeting?
No.
Skyward Sword.
We are here with another episode of Skyward Sword, and I believe we have a good amount of gameplay already completed, courtesy of the Mariner. And one stream capture card, donated courtesy of myself.
Yes. So, ahoy, Laggin Legion, ahoy, divers. Welcome back to another stream. Ahoy, Twitch, ahoy, YouTube, ahoy, Rumble, ahoy, Kick on Laggin Outside. I'm sorry I can't see your chats, but I can see mine. And we have shared chat on the Twitch. So, I think with everything set up, finally, only 10 minutes late. That might be a running gag now to have a poll for how long it'll take us to get set up each time. So let me go ahead and queue up my gameplay. Whoops, it's effed up a little bit because I resized my window. What? Let's see. I'll just let it run. I'll fix the cropping issue. If you want to comment, feel free. Let me know. I can pause.
Didn't we finish this part of the cutscene before?
I recorded earlier for context.
Turn down your game sounds. Mojo says it might be a little too loud.
Which one?
Your game. Not the game sounds, but the video sounds. It's overwhelming the audio of the stream.
Okay, how's that?
Waiting on Mojo to catch up to us.
Okay.
Much better,
Much
she
better.
says.
Okay, cool. Cool. Just trying to get this to look like it fits. I should have left the window where it was, honestly.
Uh-oh. I see, I'm gonna tweak some stuff on my side. There we go.
Really? Okay, it's good enough. I'm gonna leave it like this.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I should have done is full screened it and then did the capture, but I'm dumb. So, but yes, after we talked to her, because this is right where I ended. Like I grabbed the sword, did the thing, and then we had to quit.
Yeah, you grabbed the sword and then you did the Skyward Strike.
I didn't even get to the Skyward Strike, I don't think, because when I loaded up the game.
But you ended it right after that.
Okay. But yeah, so I'm still getting used to. I figured out how to deal with the camera. Anytime I'm not trying to swing the sword, I just have my finger planted on the left bumper button.
The Z button or whatever they want to call it, ZL, I think it is now. But
yeah, I just had my finger firmly planted on that unless I wanted to use the sword.
Right, and it's honestly, thinking about it, it's a lot easier to use the motion controls for it. Tell you the truth, I used the motion controls exclusively when I played the game.
I probably could with the Wii, because when I first started it, like when I originally took the Joy-Cons and hooked them up to this, it thought it was gonna need to pick up the motion, so I had to go into settings to tell it I'm not doing that, and then it behaved like a regular controller.
That's interesting.
I could have the Joy-Con separately and be like shing 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 shing, but I might resort back to that if I keep playing, simply because
it's a lot easier. I'll say, well, in my opinion, it's a lot easier to use the motion controls because that's how it was designed. Just opinion. So don't think that I'm saying you need to play this way. No, not everybody really enjoys that. It's just when they decided to do a remaster or whatever, you would have to re-engineer the whole game to alter it for regular controls.
Yeah, and the right stick does work, sort of. It takes a little bit of thumb versatility, but you can do it. You'll see later in this video that I am able to do some combat with it.
Yeah.
Most of the time successfully.
Well, getting used to the combat's gonna be very key in this game. So, while it's not the whole gameplay, it is important in Zelda games.
Well, it just says it would be like saying, I think she's referring back to your opinion. It's better to it would be like saying that because I play on PC, I'm only allowed to use mouse and keyboard.
You mean to say that you're not?
There are plenty of games where you are better off with this. Satisfactory is not one of them, mind. It took them till the 1.0 to 1.1 to actually have the ability to use this. There are other games that I feel it'd be more comfortable to have it and have the controller, like Starfield, Fallout. Those. Just when in Fallout 3 they took away controller support. Oh no! I thought I was playing Fallout 3 with controller Mojo, or is that a very recent development?
It has been a very, very long time since I've played Fallout 3.
Very recent for the Game of the Year edition. Okay. I'll have to try to avoid trying to get it back into Fallout 3. Or if I do, I'm now warned, I guess. I don't know which version I have. I think it's the Game of the Year edition. I can't really
Very
look
possible.
right now because Windows.
Yeah.
Might be able to. Oh wait, I think I have that one through GOG anyways.
Might be.
So maybe GOG managed to keep it in. I have no clue if it works on with Xbox controllers. I use DualSense. Oh, that's right. In her other life, Mojo plays PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 and uses an. Do you have to use an adapter with that still? Or can
No,
you
I
just plug
think
right
computers
in
recently started recognizing it properly. They were slowly working on that with PS3.
To honestly work with all of my other games to have controller support. Okay. Never need an adapter. Oh, okay.
We'll say there are some games that I just don't feel right using controller for.
I just realized that I did mess up the positioning a little bit. I've got a little bit of overflow. So let's do. Who's hiding behind Hiro? There we go.
Yeah, I like Mass Effect, for example. I couldn't do keyboard, or I couldn't do controller. I had to do keyboard mouse. What else? I had to do keyboard mouse for Mass Effect. Dragon Age as well. Well, I should say the original Dragon Age and Dragon Age 2. I had to do keyboard mouse.
I played Dragon Age 1. I played the 2 Dragon Ages on PlayStation 4. I think I did. Stream of consciousness. I think I did Dragon Age 1 and 2 on PlayStation, and then I got Insurrection. Insurrection? Yeah, Insurrection. And
I don't think it was called Insurrection. Inquisition.
Thank you, Inquisition. I knew it started with an I. But I got that game for 360. Because yeah, that's what it was 1 and 2 were on 1.5 and 2 were on Xbox 360. I went to Inquisition on Xbox 360 and the graphics were atrocious. In fact, I have a story about that another time.
Thank you, Kerry.
On another stream, if we go do a deep dive into the Dragon Age games, which
I would
totally open for.
Absolutely love to hear your deep dive on Dragon Age, because you started to give me the deep dive. It was probably like 6 to 8 months ago at this point.
Yeah. And ahoy, Foxy Kiori. Thank you, Mojo, for giving her a shout out. Let's see. I'll have to contemplate how we're going to do that one. Depends. It really depends on, one, if I remember, because we're going to be on Zelda for a while, and two, whether or not we don't think of a better game to deep dive in the meantime.
I actually think that Dragon Age and Mass Effect would be good choices.
Yeah. I recently played Mass Effect, so I have memories of that, as do you.
Yes.
But I almost feel like for both of those games, it would be worth bringing in Mojo to the conversation, because she's been just recently played Dragon Age. She's played Mass Effect several times. In fact, if you go back and watch my playthrough of Mass Effect 2 and 3, she guided me through the whole thing.
Yeah.
So yeah. But that's a ways off. We're talking about Zelda tonight.
Well, in fairness, we're kind of sort of walking through the introduction here. If this were a live gameplay, I would have said make sure you go and visit the fighting school. And
I'm working on it.
Yeah,
you get a couple of different prompts to go talk to the trainer.
Yeah. But the fighting school yeah, that's actually a good point. The fighting school has a bunch of stuff even after you complete the main quest obligation to go there, or the Sword Academy, or whatever the heck it is. There's a mini game there that after you complete all of the training tasks, there's a mini game there that you complete that, you get I don't remember what your reward is. I just remember it's important, or not important, but it's really good. Side quest combo. Only loot goblins understand that, Mojo.
But yeah, this guy prompts us to go talk to the dude. I had a little bit of trouble getting the shield attached, or shield assigned, however you want to say it.
Mojo appreciates the loot goblin comment.
But yeah, there you go. I'm off to the academy training ground. Sparring hall, that's what it's called.
Yes.
Turn myself this way so I can... You might notice later on that some of this is cropped because there's a little bit of... There are a couple of spots where I was just wandering around, a couple of spots where I was looking at the guide for what to do next, a couple of spots where I'm just... I don't know, saving and loading the game. I didn't want to I left out the parts where I was running up to the eagle and saving. So like I said, there's gonna be a couple of spots where the transition's a little odd because I recorded this in segments and also cropped out some of the unneeded footage.
The unneeded dead space.
Yeah. Still, we got about 50 minutes worth of video here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so the key thing to remember here, and what makes it really hard for controller usage in this, is you have to use the right thumbstick to dictate the direction that you're slashing. But when you're using the motion controls, if you swipe horizontally, you get your horizontal slash. If you swipe the opposite direction, he'll slash horizontally the opposite way. And you could do a vertical cut down or a vertical cut up. And then you could actually do thrusts with the motion controls. And it's just... They engineered the game very well for motion controls, but I think the exclusive controller usage was an afterthought and very poorly implemented.
I'm trying to square this up, but it's difficult.
I feel like you might be fighting an uphill battle in that case.
Yes, but I'm a perfectionist. There we go. I think I'll stop messing with it there, because now at least it fills up the entire box. Portions maybe a little. So what is that floating thing?
I'm sorry, I missed it.
House.
Oh, the floating house?
Yeah.
There is...
That goes around the bazaar.
There is a It's a side quest, if I remember correctly. See, Mojo has the gist of it. I honestly like having exclusive control of my camera, especially when fighting. That's something else. Camera use or camera control. You gotta use and abuse the Z button or the Z button and the Z trigger is it's an automatic targeting system and it fixates the camera behind you as you're fighting so that you can have better control and oversight of how you're fighting. So yeah, that's the whole point of that Z button.
Yeah, that one locks the camera on the target, which I like to have for sure when I'm in combat.
Yep.
The other thing I noticed in this game, and I haven't really been doing it, I think it's this game. There's an option to go first-person mode, if I'm remembering correctly.
For bow and arrow and slingshot. And hook shot, I think. Is the hook shot in this one?
I think I accidentally... Maybe it's a different game. But I think it was this one, where I accidentally hit a button to go first-person. And I went, ooh, interesting. But no. And left it on third-person. I'll have to see if I can find it again. Target locks, especially when there are multiple enemies and I'm trying to go for different targets. Oh, okay.
So with the motion controls in this game, there's a cursor indicator. Was that in Twilight Princess? There was a cursor indicator in one of them that had the motion controls. And if you point it at a target with the cursor indicator and then hit the target lock, and you gotta hold the button to lock. If you point at an enemy and then hit the target lock, or hold the target lock, it will lock onto that one. And then if you move your cursor over to the other one and then release and tap and hold again, it'll go to the other target. So it has some decent dynamic target control.
That was weird. All of these guys are weird.
She has an extremely weird crush on Mike. And if it wasn't that Mojo, I remember using the camera control stick to be able to switch while holding the target lock. So you weren't just permanently locked on one target. Let's see. Anyways, were you just following the guide here?
The first time through, yes. The second time through, where I actually, I think, recorded this. No, because I'd already figured out like the directions which ways I needed to go.
Gotcha. I don't remember all of the nitty-gritty details. I really don't. Some of the merchant audio cues were absolutely weird.
Define weird.
Let's say pseudo language instead of actual language.
I have noticed that in this game. There's a certain amount of that. Kind of the same way, like in some of the early Lego games, before they had started integrating speech or voice acting in the games, they would just go.
That was see, the thing is the Zelda franchise took a very long time to get to actual voiceovers, and even now only certain characters have actual voiceover.
But at least it's better than the early Game Boy games where there was no audio for the characters whatsoever.
Debatable, and only because I only say that because oh wait.
Sorry, I'm trying to make myself bigger.
The only reason I say it's debatable or arguable is because there is an art form to some of those NPC sounds have Minecraft villager vibes to it. But I argue that certain games, certain stylizations are they lend themselves to certain stylizations. Oh god. Certain stylizations, they having audio sounds instead of voiceover, it's an art form. You know, there's merit to it.
Oh yeah, we totally didn't talk about the fact that I moved on from town.
Yeah, it looks like you just jumped right, left the Bazar and just jumped right into the clouds.
I more like fell off, because after I got into a certain range, it detached me from the bird. Actually, no, I think there was a button for that. Never mind. I forget how it went the first time. Why do I have two cameras? That's really
the
weird.
Sealed Grounds.
There we go. Now I only have one.
Mojo, was that a good documentary, or were you bored to death? I just gotta know.
There we go. Now I can work with.
Oh, she found it fascinating. Well, I feel like if you found it fascinating, I probably would enjoy it myself. So, a little something about this. Stun it first. Oh wait, this is a recording.
Were you about to give me instruction?
No, I was about to joke about it and razz you a little bit, just because it'd be fun to pick on you a little bit. And then I remembered, wait, this is a recording.
You can still do it.
See, it looks like you got the hang of it pretty darn quickly, though.
Yeah. I learn fast. Or I adjust fast to circumstances. There we go. Most of the time. It was that whole horizontal versus vertical swiping thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm taking out one and the other one hits me at the same time. I hate that.
Yeah. Is adapt. She says, I think the word you're looking for is adapt.
That's it.
And this right here. The Sealed Grounds, you're going to come back here several times. And it's going to be a little frustrating because the tasking gets progressively harder and harder each time you come back.
You mean that spiral ramp will have more and more enemies or something?
Not so much, but this is like a sub-boss.
Oh, this thing that I'm looking at here?
Yep. And it looks just like that, too. That sub-boss just gets progressively harder and harder and becomes more and more frustrating.
We'll see if I play that long then.
Well...
Because I was talking about that last night. It's like, once I kind of have played enough of this to feel like I've got a feel for how it works, we may end up moving on to the next game just because of the amount of games we still have yet to cover.
Fair.
And then the other question that came up was, what is the next game? Is it Ocarina of Time?
Let me look that up while we are following along with the gameplay. Uh-oh. My bad.
Did you?
I opened up a window and it went over the top of my Streamlabs, or not my Streamlabs, but the Discord call, so that the Streamlabs only saw the window.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Why? That's infuriating. God. Where's my... Oh, I had to resubscribe and it didn't... There we go. How that's going.
I thought I cropped this travel out, but maybe I just cut out some of it. And then I was like, well, I'm getting tired. I'm just gonna jump and fail to utilize the parachute.
A move that you might regret soon.
I'm supposed to come down here.
Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to like go back and forth between the dialogue and the guide to make sure I don't know. But yeah, like once I leave this area, that's when I stopped recording. Because by then I had like an hour worth of content for us to watch.
Right. And I see that what you didn't get was you were supposed to strike it till it fell.
Well, I was thinking that the thing would be like projectile and they could hit it from range.
Yeah,
And I learned that's not a thing in this.
It is a thing. If you have full health. And Mojo is saying, Skyward Sword came out after Ocarina as far as release dates, and that is correct. But chronologically, Skyward Sword takes place first of all Zeldas.
Right, so chronologically, Ocarina of Time would be the next one? Yes, no, maybe?
No, Minish Cap and Four Swords come in that order, come after that. And then Ocarina of Time comes after Four Swords.
Okay. So there's another proviso I was thinking about on this, as far as like how many of these games we cover, because there's a few of these games, there's a lot of these games that I don't actually have access to because they were like GameCube or Wii, and the emulator on the Switch only goes up as far as the N64. So we may have to figure out like how to. I mean, if you've got your GameCube and we still, then maybe you could capture, but that would require shipping the game thing back to you, or we just do game videos of the other people on YouTube. But more importantly, what I was thinking about was, are there some of these games that are less impactful to the overall timeline that we could maybe just skip?
In truth, I never played Four Swords or Minish Cap. And I don't... I don't want to say they're not important, because in my opinion they are decently, like, they all have merit for their own stories. But when I was playing playing the Zelda video games on console before, I only paid attention to console releases for the longest time.
Also, Mojo says the beginning, the child, the adult, the fallen hero.
Yep, sure, and that's what we were talking about in the first, 3 episodes of this
season? Yeah.
Yeah,
this episodes were like reviewing the timeline. And I was not understanding the first time I did that, how to do the thing. So I finally, because I just brought in the camera and like did a full pass around the scenery and was not getting that purple arrow, not realizing I had to push a button to initiate the scan. The controls for this game are very confusing.
And again, I would point out that the reasoning for that is because the static control setup was very much an afterthought, in my opinion. But then again, in fairness, in order to change the game from motion control exclusive to being compatible with an actual gamepad or static gamepad, they would have had to re-engineer the whole thing.
Yeah.
Those heart flowers can refill your health, just so you know.
I know, but I was still trying to figure out. It takes me a couple of playthroughs to really pick up on everything. Like this particular time, I was just trying to follow the guide to figure out what I needed to do, where to go. I was not even paying attention to my health bar during this part of the scene.
Mojo, as a real person, that whole spinning thing while going upwards would have made me hurl in 360. Yeah. For this, again, I don't want to discount the Four Swords or Minish Cap, but Ocarina of Time would be fine to go to next. I don't have access to either of those 2 games.
What is Ocarina of Time? How did Ocarina of Time come out? Was that for Cube, Wii?
That was for the N64. Okay. It came out for the N64. They re-released it on the 3DS, and I'm 99% sure that it's available on the Switch market.
I think I saw it on the Switch. So I can double-click. Actually, I could go really quick and get my Switch, and we can go find out.
Yeah. I guess the next... The next thing after Ocarina of Time would be to determine whether or not we want to go with the hero defeated timeline or with the hero's triumphant timeline.
I don't know on that one.
Because that would lead us into... Wow. The hero defeated timeline leads us into a series of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8 games.
We still may have to cherry pick then.
Oh, they absolutely will, and I think it will be easy to cherry pick them because most of the games in the defeated timeline are games that I don't believe either of us have. Actually,
Are you able to see that, or is the reflection from the screen?
The reflection from the screen makes it difficult to see.
Yeah.
But then your freaking screen art is blocking the screen.
You should be able to see it on my camera.
No, your camera has that that screen thingy blocking it. It's your background.
What?
Your deep dive gaming background is.
Have I been behind that the entire time?
No, not the entire time, but only when you bring
up the. I understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go over to change video background, set that to none. There we go.
Ah, you do have it.
Yep.
It's very fun.
So
your green screen is green screening.
Okay.
But to clarify, after Ocarina of Time, we could do A Link to the Past. If you have Link's Awakening, we could do that. I
just picked up the new version of it, in fact.
Sweet.
So we could maybe dive into that at the same time as we talk about the original.
And I would personally skip Oracle of Ages and Seasons, mostly because I've never played. But I hear that in order to get the whole story, you have to play both games.
I did it too when they originally came out. I did get both, and I did do that. I don't remember anything about it though, so I have to replay it on my Switch.
We could still do that.
Yeah.
We could still cover Oracle of Seasons and Ages, but I wouldn't put too much emphasis on it. A Link Between Worlds, I really enjoyed, and I would say it'd be a good idea.
Okay. Well, we can go through the list together later and kind of cherry pick the ones we do want to talk about or can talk about versus the ones we don't or can't.
Fair enough. But basically what's going on here in the game footage here is Link has run into an old they identify her as an old temple guardian.
She identifies that guardian.
they identify her as a temple guardian.
The old one.
Yeah, the old one. Depending on how far we're going to play footage of this and talk about it live, determines whether or not.
Go as far as you want. It'll probably be, if we tried to do this all the way through, it would be months. I want to only do like one more week on this.
Okay. This character is actually from the past.
Well, yeah, she's old. She's the old one. She's been in the past for many, many years.
Fair. She's actually Impa, a recurring character in the franchise, and she was the Temple of Time. There's a bunch of I'm gonna abuse a trope that I like to, or a saying that I like to say as a joke to you, Mariner. Due to the Temple of Time and some wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff, she is she's one of the original Hylians. According to the lore of Skyward Sword, she's one of the original Hylians. So from the city, or I'm sorry, from the village that got lifted into the sky thousands of years before this game takes place, she was one of the original acolytes of the goddess Hylia. And when the Goron. And when the goddess tells Impa to go to the temple. The goddess will tell Impa to go to the Temple of Time and protect her reborn self. So she goes to the Temple of Time and then jumps into the future or whatever. And basically, at the end of the story, she will return to her young self. And when she returns to her young self, she'll then pass on. So there's a lot of time.
Now that there's no combat, say that again, because you were getting drowned out pretty badly.
Oh, my bad. So basically, Impa she's existed for a few thousand years. Or she's been alive for a few thousand years. She's a guardian. She was a guardian / acolyte of the goddess Hylia. And she did some timey-wimey stuff to be able to come to the future to protect and guide her reborn self, which is Zelda. That's kind of that's a little bit of spoilery stuff, but it's one of those secondary plot points that don't actually affect the true plot of the game.
Okay.
Hey-o.
Hey-o. Are you still walking today?
No. Okay. Well, don't fall asleep right away. He's going to talk to you. But go on. We're almost done.
Oh.
Gorons are a very much recurring race in the Zelda franchise, if you didn't know already. You probably do.
I think all of my experience of those particular monsters is from top down, so I don't know if I recognize them being at the
Fair
same
enough.
level. How much do we have left? Not much. Yeah, we've only got about 6 minutes left of game footage. Which
Yeah.
works about perfectly.
Yeah, I'd say. Gorons are known to be put it plainly or put it mildly, you have typically 3 to 4 races in a Zelda game. Gorons are the race that's based on the earth element. They eat rocks. They tend to live in the mountains. They're a very hardy race. They're all about brawn. They're
Orcs, got it.
kind of, but not evil. I'll put it that way.
Mojo has a question for you in the chat, by the way.
I'm sorry. There used to be a Legend of Zelda cartoon. Am I crazy? No, you're not crazy. It was from the mid-'80s, and one of my favorite things about it was how absolutely cringeworthy Link's voice actor was. Link's voice actor actually had an ad hoc line that he threw in talking to Princess Zelda, and it was very, very snarky. He would say something along the lines of well, excuse me, princess.
And Cynthia Preston is Princess Zelda, Jonathan Potts is Link, Tabitha St. Germain is Sprite, Glenn Carlson is Ganon, Colin Fox is King Harkinian, Elizabeth Hanna is Triforce of Wisdom, Alan Stewart Coates, Triforce of Power, and then you got a bunch of additional voices. Which character was it?
I was talking about Link.
Oh, Link's, okay, Jonathan Potts. What else has he done?
And I think you learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah. Fortunately, I had caught a fairy. I don't know why I struggled so much with this one. Got him.
Yeah. And something else that I would like to impress upon you is if you continue playing this game, I highly, oh my god, it was part of the Super Mario Brothers Super Saturday mornings. Yes. Core memory unlocked. It's true. It's true. And it was incredibly cringeworthy, and I loved the Super Mario Brothers cartoon. I will also say that some things just the animation style reflected the original box art of the original Zelda game. There you go. That's what you were supposed to do.
That original fall was an accident.
I'm just gonna say that you did it on purpose and move on. I think this is where you decided to call it quits, wasn't it? No?
About.
Oh.
Almost. I did pass into the next area. I kind of, it wasn't intentional, but I kind of did the whole, like, at the end of the episode, you get a glimpse of the next area as kind of a cliffhanger to bring you back next week for the next episode or whatever that trope is called.
Yeah.
I don't remember why I was in here.
Jump cut.
Nope, not quite. I will figure that out eventually. Ding. Oh, that's what it was. I was going into the map to try and get rid of that token or that whatever.
And it took you a second to remember how to clear it, huh?
Yeah. I was also kind of looking at the gear screen, going, what is everything? I love the comment when you're given the costumes, like it's like you were born to wear it, and I'm like, is that an inside joke?
I
Does
wouldn't
Nintendo do that sort of thing?
I wouldn't call it an inside joke. I would call it a tongue-in-cheek third wall or fourth wall break.
Ah. Right.
The Farron Woods, also known as the Lost Woods, depending on which game.
We'll see how long it takes me to get lost in it then.
Dousing ability to search for her.
Okay.
Well, that was pretty sudden.
Yeah. Well, the video ended and apparently looped back to the first frame instead of staying at the last one.
Right.
So, yes, where we will be next week is if I can get the frame. Nope, it's not going to cooperate.
There you go.
Oh, I'm just trying to. Fernwoods.
There we go. Bloop.
There we go. All right. So yes, we'll have some game footage next week. If I don't just decide to play the game next week during the podcast. We'll see.
Of course, of
But
course.
shall we shamelessly plug away before ending this evening?
I think we should. This has been another episode of Stream of Consciousness, Legend of Zelda Edition. This has been
Discord is
Skyward Sword.
fantastic for poorly timing. Discord is fantastic for poorly timing out when you're trying to talk.
Oh, good lord. Well, this has been another episode of Stream of Consciousness, featuring Skyward Sword, Legend of Zelda Edition. I would like to state that we will be back on Friday night with the podcast. We might have the Penguin. I'm sorry, Rogue Penguin. We might. No, I don't think we'll be blessed with your presence again, will we?
I am still free. I've got
Ah,
one more week before my D&D starts up again. So
well, if we don't.
we'll talk after the stream.
Yeah, if we don't have Penguin, we'll try to get you invited on. But that being said, we run on Friday nights from 7 Central to whenever, also known as 8 Eastern, if you want to buy into Chieftain saying that the only time zone that matters is Eastern time zone.
Discord completely erased the last 6 words you said of that line.
Good lord, why does Discord like to suck?
I don't know. I'm trying to gauge whether it's actually a volume thing. Like
You know, that could be.
out.
But yeah, 7 Central, 8 Eastern for the podcast on Fridays. And of course, we will have Foxy Kaori on Wednesday nights. 7:30? I'm not sure. I'm terrible with remembering. She's going to curse me out later, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But that means...
I'll be on my channel, Deep Dive Gaming, tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern Time for more satisfactory gameplay. Then I will be on Laggin Out's channel Thursday night for more satisfactory gameplay, 7:30 Eastern Time.
Hello, Mariner Kitty.
And then yes, there's Mariner Kitty. Decided to grace us with her presence finally. Yeah, so that's tomorrow. So tomorrow and then Thursday for more satisfactory. 2 channels, 2 different times. Try and keep up.
Yep, that's right. And currently, a long-lost member of the Laggin Out podcast, the Laggin Out team, is actually doing a stream on his own channel. He's doing a marathon stream.
Is that Tune Death?
That is Tyrann Death. He is doing a marathon stream currently.
I think he's actually live now as we speak.
He is. He is. He kind of mentioned it offhandedly to me and yesterday, and
I think I even saw him go live this morning somewhere.
Look at Mojo being on top of this. Thank you. She's such a gem. So yeah, check him out if you guys so feel or so choose. Also, at some point, probably tomorrow-ish, I will have a article to send out for, the Laggin Out website. I think I've got my own chosen
deep dive.
My own chosen deep dive on this one. This is something that we wanted to talk about, but we kind of sort of chose not to. Well, I'll just say it. I got outvoted.
One of those rare instances where I voted against Hiro on the topic.
Well, it was logically decided, and I appreciate the logic behind it. It's just I didn't want to admit it.
So yeah, I think that covers everything.
I believe
hope
so.
people will come and visit on Twitch and YouTube. 2 streams in a row where I was able to multi-stream because Restream gave me the utility that it should really have built in the first place. But whatever. So on that note, I think it's time to end. I'm the Mariner. Fair winds and fun gaming.
And I am Hiro. We're signing off and lagging out.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.